Welcome to BookLuv book reading class. Today, we shall learn more about the famous 5 book by Enid Blyton. The famous 5 are Julian, Dick, Anne, George, and Timmy the dog. They find excitement and adventure wherever they go. Aunt Fanny, Uncle Quentin, and the housekeeper Joanna are also present. Today's book is 5 have plenty of fun. Famous 5 come to Kirrin to spend the remainder of a school holiday. 2 scientist colleagues of George's father, Uncle Quentin, visit Kirrin Cottage to work on an alternative energy project. One of them is 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬, whose only daughter, Berta, is later threatened with being kidnapped and ransomed for the project's secrets. 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬 decides to send Berta to Kirrin for her safety. George takes an instant dislike to Berta, especially as the American girl has brought her dog, a poodle called Sally. George's resentment is furthered when Berta's hair is cut short to make her resemble a boy. Berta is also dressed as a boy and referred to as Leslie to throw the kidnappers off her scent. A few days later, Uncle Quentin receives an urgent message to meet with 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬 to discuss calculations for their energy project. Uncle Quentin and Aunt Fanny leave while leaving the children alone with Joan, the cook. That night, George lends Timmy to protect Berta in Joan's bedroom. George decides to put her outside in Timmy's kennel, but the kidnappers were waiting and seize George, mistaking her for Berta. The next day, Julian, Dick, and Anne eventually realize that George has been kidnapped instead of Berta. Afraid that Berta might also be abducted, they send her away to stay with Joan's cousin, with whom the children's gypsy friend, Jo, also lives. Berta is dressed as a simple country girl and is now called Jane. Julian, Dick, and Anne then find clues left by George, including a slip of paper with the word Gringo written on it. Through Jo, the children learn that Gringo runs a fair. Jo's friend at the fair, Spiky, points them in the direction of Gringo's caravan, where George had until recently been held captive. Julian enlists the help of a local garage worker, Jim, to find out the recent movements of Gringo's distinctive car. They soon have directions to a house where they suspect George is being held. What happens next? Is George saved? What happens to the kidnappers? To find out the answers, BookLuv suggests you get a copy of the book and start reading it. You can also reply in the comments below. You also click on the playlist to watch other important videos. Happy reading and goodbye.